Huge ruling in the XRP case. Is it time for Lambos? We have some experts. We're going to break it down, folks. This is Around the Blockchain. All right, everybody, make sure you hit the like button because we got 3 phenomenal guests, and we're going to break down what is happening with, even going to talk about Alex Mashinsky. Of course, we're talking about XRP. We're going to go ahead and lead it off with Firoz on the corner. Firoz, I'm going to ask everybody, except maybe XRP, Jenna, but did you have a bag of XRP?
Always had a bag of XRP.
Always had a bag. Then we have Thinking Crypto. Thinking Crypto, did you have a bag before this ruling?
Oh, hell yeah, baby. Since 2016.
Is it inside the pillow?
It's on that hardware wallet, locked in a safe and everything like that.
Oh, okay. I was going to call you my pillow guy for a second there. And then we have Jenna X. And Jenna, I don't think I have to ask, did you have some XRP?
I had no XRP at all.
Okay, all right. Well, DZ had a little bag. Wish it was a little bit bigger. But yes, of course, we're going to get into the XRP news. But first, let's look at the price movement, what's going down, and then we'll look into the story here. I pulled up CoinGecko, top gainers for the past 24 hours. XRP currently up 74.6%. At one point, guys, it had doubled. Hold up one more second. XLM, piggybacking off that pump there, they are up 63%. And then after that, Cardano and some of the other coins that were labeled securities by the SEC also getting a little bit of pump. You see Polygon there, you see Solana, and then you can also see Cardano up here. So XRP, massive pump. Thinking Crypto, we were talking ahead of me and Frankie Candles before we went live, and I'm not buying this God candle. A lot of people are going to say, oh, wait, I still think there's room to the upside. What are your thoughts about this current price action? We're right now at 82 cents.
Respect the pump, sir. Respect the God candle. No, look, this is expected, right? You had so much pent up demand for XRP. It was delisted from the exchanges. And as we speak, Coinbase, Kraken, and all these exchanges are relisting. So this is a natural emotion and reaction to the Ripple victory and XRP being declared not a security. But of course, you have to be cautious here because you don't want to be buying into a pump. How high this move goes is to be seen. We're not in a macro bull market cycle where there's a lot of liquidity. So I don't expect anything to like new all-time highs. We could see that XRP top out at $1.50 or $2 and then roll over and test the lows again.
All right. And I pulled up the TradingView chart right now. I'm not signed in, so we don't see any market cipher in it. I know it's on the white screen, folks, but you can see there, flat. Boom, off to the races. It was announced that, they won the court case. I debated whether or not to open along. I didn't. And then you can see off to the races again, coming in really, really close to $1 right there. So, Firoz, I want to ask you, about this current pump. XLM is pumping. XRP is pumping. Let's just say someone had $100 on the sideline. Which one would Firoz choose if it was your $100?
Out of XRP and XLM?
Yes.
XRP.
XRP. Okay. Any reason? XLM has a smaller market cap. Some are saying, it could have even more upside.
Well, actually, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. There's a few. I've been speaking about this on my live streams, on my TikTok live streams for a while now. And one of the arguments I made is whether you love XRP or hate XRP, there's a couple of narratives at play here, right? Let's not forget about the one that's around the ISO 220 standard or whatever the number is at this point in time. And that isn't due to be ruled out fully until 2025. So one of the things that I've been saying all along is things like XRP, XLM, XDC, Quant, all of these kind of fall into that same narrative around what crypto is going to be the one that's used by financial institutions in order to provide international wire settlements. And my view was that, if you've got low risk, low reward, then you go with XRP. You're not going to get big multiples out of it. And you can order those cryptos that I've just mentioned in market cap going further down. So it really depends on where your risk to reward level is. If you want to see more pumps, but potentially a bit of a loss, then you can kind of hit somewhere in the middle between those four that I've mentioned. And if you really want to go crazy, then obviously go one with the lower market caps. Or if you really want to play it safe and you're kind of happy with, and I agree with what Thinking Crypto said, we're certainly not in a bull market yet. Halving is still less than a year away. And then we know that, the major pumps happen roughly about 12 to 18 months after the halving. And now that we've kind of got this out of the way that XRP isn't deemed a security, it will relieve some of the pressure. Because if we go back to the previous cycle top that we had, XRP was fundamentally being pushed down because of the court case. And now that it's not there, I think you're going to get that natural price appreciation, which people have been waiting for and hoping for. And I'm certainly sure that we will see all-time highs. I mean, whether you think XRP is going to go to 10, 20, $30, I don't think so. But, you're certainly going to get a decent return.
All right. I was going to save... I was going to save this question for later, but Jenna, I want to pull up XRP. I'm going to pull up the all-time price chart. I'm going to ask you about the all-time price here. You can see in the 2017, 2018 bull run, it got in above $3. But in 2021, it failed to print a new all-time high. Couldn't even get above 2. Will this ruling change that fact? Do you expect with the next bull run a new all-time high? Yay or nay?
Of course I do, DZ. Listen, I got my gold chain on. I'm here. I'm ready. Golden diamonds. Listen, the only reason XRP did not make its all-time high was because they were tied up with the SEC and had to deal with all of that. Now that that nonsense is over, we have a partial victory day. We don't have a full-blown, but for retail investors, this is completely huge. Listen, it is going to blow up everywhere because, and this is not financial advice, obviously. Like, I am just Jenna. Anyway, and I just really love XRP. I joined the cult super early. So I am so happy. Okay. But it is going to explode. It's going to get relisted on Coinbase. It's going to be relisted all over, all of them, guys. And this isn't just big for XRP. This is huge for all of crypto because all of the other cryptocurrencies that are listed on exchanges are not going to be deemed securities, hopefully, right? This should open the gates for that. So this is completely huge. And I would say that Ripple will probably end up appealing this whole part where the investor contracts, they sold those as securities whenever big companies actually bought directly from Ripple. So I think that they're going to do just fine. They might keep appealing that, but all of us holders are going to be doing really, really well. I'm not sure what your initial question is. I am just so freaking hyped right now. Can I just do a little dance?
Yes. New all-time high. So you're saying we will hit above 3 in the next bull run?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no question.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of confidence there. All right. Well, we're going to be checking that in the years to come. All right. Well, you kind of got into the nuts and bolts of the situation there. XRP selling through sophisticated algorithms and derivative sites. That did not constitute as a security. But like Jenna said, selling to institutional clients did count as a security. Thinking crypto, are people celebrating a little too early? Are we getting a little too bullish off just the one fact of the case of saying XRP, in this instance, is not a security? What about all the other stuff we're saying? Well, sometimes it is.
Yeah, that's a great point because this primarily impacts Ripple and their dealings with institutions. And so it's to be seen how they're going to navigate that. And maybe they'll have to find the little inner workings and details of what the judge is ruling to try to bypass the security ruling with institutional sales. But I think the important part and what Jenna mentioned, this is critical for the entire market, especially altcoins, because secondary market sales and an asset, intrinsically is not a security. It's a matter of how it's packaged. So you go back to the Howie situation and why the test came along. It wasn't the oranges, right? You have oranges, you go buy at a supermarket. You go plant an orange tree in your backyard. Is that a security? No, it's the packaging, the scheme. So that was so critical for the ruling. I think the institutional stuff, probably hinder Ripple in a certain ways, especially in the United States, but it doesn't stop overseas. There's a whole global market here, and a lot of banks and institutions are working Ripple. So I think they'll be fine. But the key takeaway, the big takeaway, XRP is not a security. That's important for the altcoin market.
Very, very important, especially some of those coins that weren't listed by the SEC. Now, Firoz, there's a lot of pumps here. At one point it was, technically about 95% or almost 100% pump. We're at 75% pump right now. And as I said to Thinking Crypto, maybe we're getting a little bit too bullish, but it's programmatic sales of XRP are not securities. Should we be this bullish off that? What exactly does programmatic sales mean for the layman?
I wish I knew, DC. I really did, but
I assumed it was just market selling via exchanges, OTC. Well, that being said, let me ask you this: a lot of people are saying the short. I'm ready to short it. Do you plan on trying to short the pump?
No. I mean, to be honest, I've always been a spot buyer. I tend to stay away from leverage. So I'd rather be accumulating, in all honesty. I have been accumulating just because I expect the price to appreciate over time naturally. As I mentioned before, we're coming out of the bear market. We're slowly getting back into the bull market. So now is the time to start, ideally positioning yourself and building up that portfolio of yours. So I certainly wouldn't be shorting. And of course, naturally, we get ups and downs in the markets. We're going to start hitting, previous points of resistance. And again, you might see a bit of back and forth from there. I certainly don't expect us to continue rallying into the sort of, $2 range, but certainly, I mean, maybe we could touch somewhere around 105.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I don't think we're going to do a quick rally to $2. That's my assessment as well. I think we need to get closer to 38K Bitcoin for that to happen. Well, Jenna, I saw you make a face there, though, when you said $2. I'm not betting on $2. I'm expecting some resistance around $1.05. Expect some resistance around $1.21, $1.40 as well, personally. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, how high does this short-term rally go? It seems like, it gets to a little point of control, and then it wrecks all the shorts, gets to a little point of control, wrecks all the shorts. Are we going to sustain above $1, you think?
I mean, China, have they even woken up yet? Have they even read the headlines? Like, guys, this is only like a few hours old. I would not be shorting this for anything right now. I did okay. So I was watching Investing Bros this morning. I put a 5X long on XRP. It was like 9 a.m. to like 51 cents, right? Nothing crazy. And I was sitting there 2 hours later, it pinged. So I was like, damn, that was quick. Then my phone started blowing up with headlines. I did 4 more leverage trades all the way up. You guys need to be playing this. Have fun. If you know what you're doing, have fun. But I would not be shorting this. $2 does not seem like that high of a stretch. You figure like $13 billion poured into the market cap in just like a couple hours. Guys, this is huge. And all of the exchange haven't even relisted it yet. Wait until Coinbase relisted that big mag daddy. Guys, Kraken's relisting all of these Coinbases. People are going to read the headlines, get the news. They're going to get on it. Let mom and pop figure out how to do it. And I'm going to be making tutorial videos the whole way through.
I might actually have a contrarian view when it comes to Coinbase. Now, thinking crypto, I'm going to share this tweet from Coinbase Assets. This is that tells you what coins are being added. Coinbase will re-enable trading for XRP. Do not send this asset over other networks or your funds may be lost. Here, trading is anticipated to begin later today if liquidity conditions are met. Are you worried about a big sell-off? I'm thinking a lot of people have XRP on the sidelines. They got them on, random decentralized wallets or, Zoom wallet or, just old KuCoin accounts. Are a bunch of people about to dump XRP on Coinbase and get some fiat off?
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of folks want to exit and they're going to take profits, depending on what their entry price was. But this is not so much about this rally here. I want people to start thinking about the macro picture. And that is after the Bitcoin having what Firoz mentioned, XRP is in the clear. So it has the clear ramp up to feel the liquidity from Bitcoin, right? Historically, we've seen Bitcoin pumped and liquidity moves to all coins. So it's more about the 2025 all-time highs, in my opinion. This rally, for example, I'm not taking profits unless something spectacular happens and we hit new all-time highs, which we think is a low probability, right? This pump is nice. I think it's the matter of the clear path to new all-time highs in the next macro bull run.
All right. Well, Firoz, we kind of got two different sides here with the Coinbase relisting here. I can almost see a scenario where you do have people who have 0 XRP. Maybe they will want to get in. Are the people who buy in going to outweigh the people who are dumping? What do you expect when Coinbase relists this? I mean, which way is the wind going to blow here?
Look, I think, you're going to, as Thinking Crypto mentioned earlier, actually, you're going to have, two sides of this coin. You're going to have people that have already been sitting on XRP for a while, depending on whatever their entry exit points were. And some may be looking to offload, right? Because we are still a ways away from the next bull cycle. So there's going to be opportunities where we can revisit the lows. So those who want to play that market are going to do that. Now, on the other side of the cycle, and let's be honest, one of the things that you see, if I open up my TikTok, you get about, 101 people talking about XRP being the next thing, the next all-time highs, and, supposedly a bigger market cap than Bitcoin at some point, and every other financial institution's going to use it to do this, that, and the other. And so you're going to get that element of retail just buying in because they're like, oh my God, they've been in a court case for the last 2 years and now they're in the clear. This is going to go to the moon. So you're going to get even more buyers coming in who I wouldn't say necessarily are fully aware of, the market cycles, the market sort of psychology behind it. Just because, their friends told them about it. I told you to buy XRP. Look, it's suddenly gone up because, hey, that was my guess from 6 months ago. And they're going to start going in. So I think you're going to get, there's going to be exit liquidity at the end of the day, TZ. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm tending to think, God candles tend to make some sellers. That's just what I've seen in the past, I guess. Well, Jenna, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you a bearish question. I know you want to be the champion for XRP here. What do you think the conversations are like at SEC right now? Are there whispers of firing Goldman Gary?
They'd be like, damn, Bill, you done effed up. I think they're all pretty upset with Bill Hinman right now. I think a lot of people want Gary Gensler fired. With the SEC, it's funny, right? They're still trying to play this off as a win. Yeah, but we're half right? Because some of XRP could be a security. It's an investment contract. So we weren't totally wrong. And this wasn't totally a waste of our time. So they're going to sugarcoat it and make it look, as good as they possibly can. But I really hope that Gary Gensler gets fired. Now, not that I'm sure it will totally matter, because in the big scheme of things, I'm sure that he is literally just a puppet in all of this. But to hit on all of that, Coinbase and everything, I do not think it's going to stop to catch its breath from $10 to $13, because people love buying the tops. It reminds me of when I was buying tops of Bitcoin, 2017, and I just got into it. So many people are going to see the headlines in mainstream media, and they're going to flood in, and there's always going to be sellers, but leverage trading is the way to go on this baby. Don't sell your real bags. Anything under $1 is cheap, guys. It is cheap.
Okay, she's saying XRP under $1 is cheap. What do you think is cheap XRP? Now, thinking crypto, we talked about XLM. Jenna, she shared another coin before the stream. I want to ask you, all right, so XRP pumps. XLM, that's an obvious choice that's going to piggyback off that. What is another coin that might also, benefit from an XRP pump?
I think those who are in the top 10 that were maybe named in the Coinbase and Binance lawsuit, I know that seems counterintuitive, but given the victory that XRP has gotten, maybe Cardano, I think could do well based on the charts from what I've been seeing. I'm bullish on Matic, so I'm hoping Matic does well. Chainlink as well. But to your point, Stellar Lumens moves very closely with XRP. It's kind of strange how that happens. I don't know why or what the methodology is there. But look, I'm excited, and I feel a lot of alts are going to pop off, because I'm hoping Bitcoin goes another leg up. You mentioned earlier 38K, maybe 40K, and then that liquidity flows to the alts. We could see some nice fireworks. Not to new all-time highs, in my opinion. But, nice swing trade.
Thinking crypto brings up a good question, Firoz. I kind of have my own guesses, but why do you think XRP and XLM do walk hand in hand?
I mean, they're kind of like the OGs, right? Because as far as I can remember, XLM has been around just as long as XRP, and Stellar Lumens, right? That's what it's mainly known as. And again, one of the other things with Stellar Lumens is it is used by. I used to work for Deloitte back in the days, and they have a blockchain division, and XLM is actually one of their preferred ones that they look to actually incorporate with clients that are looking to explore blockchain solutions. So again, it's always been tied in with financial institutions, financial use. And so all of these, I think, ultimately give it a bit of validity more than anything else. So XRP, then XLM, and then all the other smaller ones after it.
All right, Firoz, quick follow-up. Do you think we'll get 3 green candles for the weekend? Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Can we get 3 green candles on the daily?
I'd say so. I think so. I think so. I agree with Jenna. Jenna's hype is certainly rubbing off on me on the stream today.
All right, well, 2 points. And, 2 points for Jenna there. All right, thinking crypto, will we get a green candle Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Yes, I agree with Firoz and Jenna. I think the momentum that we have right now is pretty incredible. The news cycle. See, this case has been incredibly publicized, right? It wasn't just like a crypto niche thing, the crypto blogs covering it, Wall Street Journal is covering it, Bloomberg, right? And given the exposure that Gary Gensler has as someone who goes around doing victory laps and last year's crypto collapses, this is big. And look, the price and the market pumping helps BlackRock. So you have the context, right? You have the narrative here. So I think there's momentum here to push the price higher.
All right, XRP, Jenna, I'm going to ask you a different way. You got to take off the Matador outfit just for 30 seconds here. How many daily green candles do you honestly think we'll get in a row here? Is it 10? Is it 5? Is it today only?
Listen, I mean, what goes up must come down. I'm not completely unrealistic, but we're going to need to have at least like a lot. There's going to be a lot of green candles, DZ. I just know that there's going to be a lot. I can't give you the exact number, but there's going to be a lot of green candles, okay?
All right. A lot of people are saying, we will get a nice rally until maybe Friday afternoon. Firoz, I kind of almost want to believe that. I mean, do you see overall bullish, 4-hour candles? What point do we start waking up and saying, I've been drinking nasty ass Kool-Aid?
Look, I think we're certainly going to be pumping into the weekend, and the weekends always feel a bit heavily manipulated in general, anyway. So we're gonna get a bit of that weekend pump, and I personally think come early next week we might see a small little die down, but also understand that this is bringing in more liquidity into the market. So people are going to be taking profits. Some people are going to be sitting on the sidelines afterwards. And also, some people are most probably going to be taking their profits and pushing it into other more stable assets like Bitcoin potentially. So there's money. To be honest, I'm not seeing massive amounts of liquidity coming into the market, but certainly the liquidity is moving around the markets into other altcoins.
Firoz, you just gave me a pretty big insight, I think. You ever see that thing? It's like, wait, that's it right there. Like, I just said, clean the window. Exactly. Thinking crypto, he's kind of making me think here. We might have some pretty big moves on the weekend. We might have some pretty big moves, over the next 24 hours. But, I mean, is all's well that smell? I mean, people are saying something doesn't smell right. Something doesn't feel right. Thinking crypto, does everything feel right about this?
About the XRP pump?
The positive ruling from the judge.
Yeah, I mean, given what the SEC was trying to accuse Ripple of, as well as saying the asset XRP is inherently a security, is nonsense. This is not orange groves in the 1940s. These are assets that exist on blockchains globally. So you have this token, which can be in many countries in Africa, in Australia, and someplace in Europe, in the United States. So you're trying to say that these other jurisdictions are calling XRP a virtual currency, but in the United States, it's a security. That's asinine. And this applies to many other tokens as well. Now, of course, each token has to be litigated, has to measure up to how is the token distributed and so forth. But as long as that network is decentralized, what the SEC is trying to say, that inherently the token is a security, is nonsense.
All right, Chad, I'm going to give you a little secret. I actually had an idea in my head, and then I forgot it, so I just pulled a question out of my butt there. I don't know if you guys could notice there. I'm maybe going to ask Jenna, and I'm going to ask all three of you this. I'm going to start with you, Jenna. We've gained a lot of Satoshis. Should we be looking at the BTC XRP trading pair?
Yeah, probably. If you're a trader and you trade BTC and XRP, I don't do that. Like, it's not my thing. So I'm just going to tell you that straight up. I'm trading XRP USDT on Mexi, doing all of that good stuff, and I'm having a great time. But yeah, I mean, you should probably be watching it.
Nothing. Hey, there's nothing wrong with trading out of fiat. So you get a pass. You get a pass this time. Thinking crypto, should people be looking at the BTC XRP trading pair? Any assessment there?
Yeah, look, I'm a big believer in looking at all data points, to be a more informed investor. So while that's not the only metric you want to look at, there's other things. But you definitely want to pay attention to the charts. And this goes back to what we were talking about, being cautious. Don't buy into a pump, wait for a correction, but also understand the macro environment we're in. I think this is a move within Bitcoin's retracement, similar to what we saw in 2019. I don't believe this is a move to new all-time highs, and that's going to happen after the halving next year. So just be careful and look at all data points, study the charts, look at the Fibonacci models, look at the trading pairs, XRP to BTC and so forth, and see what's happening.
Firoz, I'm just going to assume you're agreeing with me because it's such a good idea that I just had. What are you thinking about this BTC XRP trading pair? What should people be looking at? And for those who might not know exactly what we're talking about, why is this important right now?
It's important because one of the ways, there's two ways you look at it. If you just focus on the USD pair, you're kind of trading and you're charting on the USD pair and you're seeing the price go up, that's fine. But you need to understand Bitcoin is mother to everything at the end of the day. And usually what you want to see is exactly, and you want to see mama getting down really at the end of the day. What you want to see, and maybe that doesn't sound that right, but what you want to ultimately see is that when you're trading Bitcoin and XRP, that XRP is ultimately trading higher against Bitcoin. So that to me gives me, I would say, validity that we're still due for a further run. It's a different story if the USD pair is running and the actual Bitcoin pair isn't going anywhere and is not showing any strength against Bitcoin at all, because then I'd be slightly worried because I'm thinking, something's going on here. Something doesn't smell right. But I'm looking at the XRP Bitcoin chart right now, and actually we're coming up to a fundamental point where we are hitting actually a resistance point. Previously, when we've got to 2504 satoshis here against XRP, we're actually at a pivotal moment. And I think if we break this clean, we're going to see a much further run on XRP on both pairs.
All right, relative to Bitcoin.
Weekly, yep. We'll have a look on the weekly. We're hitting straight into resistance.
All right, big stuff there. And it is okay if Mama gets down. Big Mama, at least. It just has to be played by like Martin Lawrence or something like that, or like a Tyler Perry. Then it's fine. Even old school Robin Williams. Hey, grandma's got moves too. All right, well, guys, we've talked about XRP going on about a half hour. There's also giant breaking news that happened. Just was slightly overshadowed, and I'm talking about Alex Mashinsky, founder of crypto lender Celsius, pleads not guilty to fraud charges here. He was charged by SDNY. Alex Mashinsky, of course, was the CEO of Celsius. And Celsius, went under with, I think, 14 billion in assets, customer assets there. But he was charged with 7 criminal counts, including securities fraud, commodities fraud, and wire fraud. Their former chief revenue officer, he was also charged with 4 criminal counts. And they said he misled customers and artificially inflated the value of the SEL token, SEL, the Celsius token, the exchange token behind everything there. CFTC, FTC also sued Mashinsky. And a lot of news happening today. Now, Firoz, Mashinsky, Celsius, it feels like old news, but he just got arrested today. I mean, does this change the story at all? I mean, will we see a quicker resolution of this whole entire process now?
I mean, look, it feels like this guy's been in the limelight for a while, facing charges. But let's be honest, the charges are serious charges. What is it? Wire fraud, you mentioned, securities fraud, market manipulation. I mean, all of these come with quite a large penalty of 20 years, I think, for each of these. And again, he could plead guilty, he could cooperate. But, at the same time, I think this is nothing, in my opinion, this is nothing new within the crypto space. Fine, they have a very large lending platform, which, has a lot more visibility than some of the more decentralized platforms that we have here. But, what they've been offering is really no different to decentralized services. The only problem with decentralized services is that you can't usually pin it on somebody. You don't have the person that you can go against and claim damages against. So again, for me, I think this is just going to continue on. We're going to see more of it in the news. We'll most probably get slapped with a fine on somewhere. I mean, the other thing is, I'm going to relate it back to FTX. I mean, what's happening with Sam right now?
Yeah.
I don't see him behind bars just yet. And this just feels like a continuation of, we're going to drag it on. Clearly, he's made a fair bit of money in his time. He's going to have some lawyers to, try and help him and back it up. And again, people need to be made an example of. I do agree with that. But at the same time, it just feels a lot more of the same news, DZ. I'm more happy about XRP than him.
As far as SBF, though, I did hear a rumor on a quiet night, if the moon's just right, you sit down, you can hear him grinding bronze on League of Legends from his parents' mansion. All right. Now, Jenna, real quick, I do want to add, follow us. We have a new Twitter, folks. They suspended Elon. Why did you do it? They suspended our Twitter. It was ATB Daily. Now it is ATB_Daily. I don't know if we could share the screen here, because we also now have Instagram threads. So you can see the @ right there. Here's our Instagram threads. If you want to check that out, that is just ATB Daily. So good stuff. New things coming here. Now, Jenna, I'm a bring this back to XRP in a way, the way I'm going to ask this. Now, we want a quick resolution, but we've seen the government, and when you got high-level players, how they could drag a court case out, just like their OJ or something. Is this Mashinsky case, is this going to be fast, or is this going to be long and drawn out like the XRP case?
I don't think any legal matters are ever fast. Speaking from my own experience and what
Criminal?
I've witnessed, with I based under my Fifth Amendment rights. So, anywho, yeah, no, legal matters are not fast. The thing is, though, he has the money for bail that he can just get out. And I think that's what they said today. It was something like $40 million. He could just, walk away. He walked in his polo shirt and his jeans, and he's like, hey, what's up? Here's my money. But here's the thing. You don't go and buy your girlfriend a multi-million dollar penthouse right after a pre-sale, you jackass. Like, listen, if you're going to be shady better. These are the things that get people caught. Honestly, they're not smart with their money at all. Now, with Sam Bankman-Fried, I don't know how many vegans get thrown into jail, but he also has the money to be out walking around. And we know that FTX had meetings with Gary Gensler and how shady all of that is. Do I think that Celsius will have a free pass and that they'll get their token like relisted and all that kind of stuff? No, I don't. I think that this will be it for him, but I think it will take a while. I think because obviously he pled not guilty to all of his charges. So it's going to be back and forth until he pays a certain amount of money and he is off the hook, like most white collar crimes, right? He cannot handle jail, this dude. No way.
Hey, Jenna, I'll have you know, he's wearing a t-shirt in this photo. He does not have a collar. So, he takes umbrage to the term white collar crime there. Thinking crypto. We're gonna wrap it up here because I have a pretty good question, for us consumers, for us people who want to trade crypto. Are the end of SEC lawsuits here? I mean, are there no more bad actors? Is crypto now filled with the good guys?
Oh, there's always going to be bad actors. It's a matter of having less of them. I think there's going to be new technology and new things that are going to pop up as we've seen in every bull cycle, and then come the bad actors. So we have to be careful. The one good thing from Celsius and FTX is that a lot of exchanges started doing audits and providing proof of reserves and doing Merkle Tree audits as well. So that's a good, a silver lining there. That we can at least have a little bit more confidence. I'm still a big believer in self-custody, but look, you always got to watch out for scams, right? The bad actors are going to look at the new technology, the new hype in the new bull market and try to capitalize on that. The good thing, though, is that the BlackRocks and the Fidelity and these folks are here, which helps provide more on and off ramps. And for folks who are used to the TradFi way of doing things and are familiar with these brands, they're going to go to BlackRock and they're going to go to Fidelity and Charles Schwab and Citadel's exchange and so forth. So I think there's going to be less people getting scammed, but bad actors will always be around.
All right, bad actors are going to stay around, just like bad 80s teen flick here. We have XRP price. Let's pull it up just one more time for the end of the show. We are now at 80. We're going to round up, say 82 cents is where we're coming in at. So if you got in before 10 a.m., 11 a.m. today, you're feeling pretty good about that. One more thing I wanted to share as well. Again, make sure you're following us. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you follow everybody here that you see below. And guys, we need more likes. Owen, where are we on the likes? I might go ahead and try to check myself here. Guys, we only have 316. XRP won today. So you really got to help us out. Get into this YouTube algorithm. Please hit that like button. It will shock the Google servers. They might start melting. Smoke's going to start pouring out. Wires will fray. But it only works if you believe and if you hit that like button. So please make sure you go ahead and do that. But it looks like that's all we have time for. And Firoz won it. I know, Jenna, if I had a bigger bag of XRP, you would have won, but it's small. Firoz, you ended up taking it home, but barely. You might have got an extra question. I don't know. Is there an asterisk? Let us know in the chat here. Feel free. Leave us with some parting thoughts.
Again, DZ and obviously around the blockchain team, appreciate you bringing us all on, right? And if you're not, guys, please do give Jenna a follow. Thinking Crypto, smash the likes, follow ATB. And I bang the same drum, right? What I'm going to say is, now's the time to start looking at your portfolio for the long run. Bull market's around the corner, baby. You need to start getting your portfolio in shape and get ready for it.
All right, guys, we won, but we only win if you tell everybody that hey, have you heard of this thing called Bitcoin? That's all we got. Until next time, DZ out.